Hey
and then
guys.
Clayton Oliver came and was like, he had an itchy nose, and then like he bunged his toe and we're on stream. Oh, hey everybody, how you doing?
That's a good one. I'm wearing my Bombers clothes today, hoping that we can get some good news. The reports are we are really interested in him, but of course, as Adelaide, I'm hoping I can wear this brand new Bomber jacket to hopefully try and inspire. Come on, Clary, come on over to the Dons.
I think like 16 or 17 of the AFL clubs would definitely throw their hat in the ring. I know North Melbourne are hoping that they can do something. I know there's a few other clubs that are in a similar position as well. So it's more about being able to take on the massive contract than anything else. I'm not sure what Adelaide's cap space is like, but maybe Jackson Hately was on a lot of money. Who knows? I know North's got money. I know Essendon's got money in a couple of other clubs, but yeah, $1 million, man. Million bucks. I think he's $1.4 million next year with player payments and stuff going up. So it's a real investment to take the money on.
Yeah, but it's going to be almost guaranteed to be a successful return on your investment with Clayton Oliver coming in.
Yeah, you hope so.
You know what I mean?
You hope so.
Gee, it's freaking Clayton. It's Clayton mother fishing Oliver, for goodness sake. You know, one of the best contested players in the history of the game. So,
yeah.
Ben, how's it going? Best rook to get in under 318k, any position. Thinking Tripodi. All right, let's just start.
Yeah. She's okay. I think she's best 22. I don't know what AFLW is, but she's a best player in the team, like playing every week at the moment. I just don't think she's that good, to be honest. From her scoring, it doesn't look like there's a lot of up and down games. It's more just down games. So, I mean, if you're happy with the 20 every week, you know, it's probably the best you can get.
Yeah, 30s, 12, 21, not a lot of high time on ground, so she's always going to be limited. So she's not going to be able to really make you much money as long as you're struggling to stay on the field. I probably wouldn't go with her, to be honest.
As Corey says in chat, Sarah Casey for Collingwood is $300k.
She's actually dropped $67,000. So it's not like she's a bottom price. She's a 32-year-old defender who has better time on ground. You know, she's shown a 93 here, a 95, and 86. So you're more likely to get some higher spike games out of her. So, yeah, I definitely reckon, as Corey says, Casey is a better option for sure.
And congratulations to Jen. Bloody hell. Nice work. Pies on the weekend. Did quite well. Can't complain. It's a bit ironic that Kiss are also black and white and then they performed on the weekend. Maybe it was a bit of an omen, but...
It was staged. It was all set up. The AFL got this grand final.
Conspiracy. You know, but yeah, bloody fantastic game, and it's what you wanted, right? It's really what you wanted. It's similar to the GWS game the week before, where things went down to the wire. It was really exciting. As I said on Fancast last week, the small forwards, those pacey guys up front, are the ones that are going to be dominating the game, and we've really found that. Charlie Cameron up one end, and then Norm Smith medalist Bobby Hill on the other end. So, yeah, these guys are fantastic, and whoever's lucky enough to pick up Nick Watson in the draft this year is going to be very, very happy.
Yeah, we've seen, as you saw in that game, and as you mentioned, that the smalls really can be worth their weight in gold, especially if they're a good one and hit the scoreboard. And I thought that's something that Carlton were missing. I think they went too tall against Brisbane in the prelim, and it ended up hurting them. And when you look at how the goals were kicked on grand final day, outside of Danaher's 3 and Myercheck 1, every other goal was kicked by a small on grand final day. So,
it really makes teams multi-directional threats, I guess is kind of the right word, where Your talls can kick goals. Your smalls can kick goals. Your mids can kick goals. Like, it's not like in the old days where, if you come in and you can nullify the enemy's key forward, then you're in for a good win. Like, these teams, the ones that really compete, and I think it was Brisbane's downfall because Neil and Dunkley and a few others didn't kick any goals from the midfield. But when you've got a team like Collingwood, who the talls can do well, the smalls can do well, the mediums can do well, and then your backline can kick goals, and then your midfield can kick goals as well. Like, how do you stop it? Teams don't run 18, 22 defenders. Like, you just can't do it. They're very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very difficult. So congratulations to Jen and the Pies. As much as I hate to say it, best team of the season won it. Ben, thoughts on these trades? Tiana Smith to Tripodi, Daisy Darcy to Charlotte Thomas, and Phillips to Hall. So, yeah, Phillips to Hall sounds great. Darcy to Thomas could be okay. Seems to be a bit of a sideways, but Charlotte Thomas seems to be on absolute fire. So, yeah, why not? Smith to Tripodi. Probably wouldn't be Tripodi. I'd probably maybe be looking... I don't know if you can facilitate Cody Jacques, as someone you can bring in. I don't trust maybe even a Pope, but I wouldn't go Tripodi in the midfield rookie stocks.
Yeah, it's a real tricky one this week because, like myself and a few other teams, there's a lot of people at the moment who just don't have bench money, and we're hitting the hairy part of the season where I could have had bench money last week. I traded out the player when she was down, and then she's gone back up again, which is frustrating. But yeah, like I think either this week or next week, I'm going to have to look at getting rid of Garner or Gardner just to be able to finish off my team.
Yep. Causa, how's it going, mate? Which option is this week, guys? Daisy Darcy to Tanya Kennedy, Bush to Fitzgerald, and Phillips to Jesse Wardlaw. I like the Bush to Fitzgerald move. I like Fitzgerald. I think Fitzgerald's in my plans this week, to be honest. Or Benici to Manny Prasparkas, Phillips to Jesse Wardlaw, and Bush to Fitzgerald. Okay, good. So you got Bush to Fitzgerald in both of those, which is good. Jesse
Wardlaw is really coming into her stride. She was dominant for St Kilda up in that forward line. I just don't know if she can do it every week. It feels like her and a couple of other players up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm not sure how much she is, but I think the Irish woman Connolly for Geelong. Yeah, the Irish woman Connolly for Geelong. She's been their tall forward target. So if she's under like 500K, she might be a very good cash cow. She kicked like 4 on the weekend and was doing very, very well. She was 415K before the game this week. It was horrendous.
Jesse Wardlaw, I think, is too reliant on goals to be kicked. So she had 3 goals on the weekend.
She does ruck as well. Like
90. Yeah, she's got some hit outs. Yeah, so you get 1 point for the hit out. So she's got 10 points, 17, 10 points there. But unfortunately, what that also does is it also opens you up to give away some free kicks in the ruck contest. And that's part of the reason why Schultz hasn't been going bananas. Because look at Schultz, she's given away 5 free kicks there, 2 free kicks, 4 free kicks. So playing in the ruck in the AFLW isn't as amazing as it is in Supercoach because they lose a lot of points on being in the ruck. They lose 3 points, and their scoring is already low as it is. So to add to the fact that they're giving away free kicks, if she gets more ruck time, she could give away more free kicks. She kicked 3 goals on the weekend. I don't know if that's the first time she's kicked multiple goals all season, and that's the first time she's hit 90 points. I personally don't trust this scoring for the rest of the year. All right. Tanya Kennedy. So meanwhile, you look at Tanya Kennedy, 79%, 67%, some higher time on ground here. Is she tackling? Yeah, 6 tackles is okay. She's getting some of the pill. But again, she's giving away free kicks, which is causing her to lose points. So what, you're trying to go budget, just trying to get all these rookies off the field. Daisy Darcy is probably going to give you similar scoring, to be honest, Causa. I see Daisy Darcy easily matching Tanya Kennedy. Benici to Prasparkas. I think I'd lean the second one, Causa. I think I'd lean towards Prasparkas. Globes, clarity to the Mighty Dons. Fingers crossed, brother. Fingers crossed. We're praying, and we could even get Billings and Gresham for peanuts. Agreed. This could be a massive off-season trade period for us at the Bombers. We also get Goldie for free. Can't forget that. We're also going to get Mackay. So we end up getting a lot of upgrades all over the field. So, Phillips to Goldstein is an upgrade. BZT to Mackay is an upgrade. If we can somehow flip Shield to Clary, that's also a massive upgrade. So fingers crossed, especially this one. If we can get this to work, bro, we're winning a final next year. I can almost guarantee it. Maybe combine this with a little NBL Supercoach chat, mate. I'm more in your hands than, to be honest. I haven't been following NBL at all. It hasn't been a terrible start for me either. But my bench didn't score well enough because I didn't pay attention to what the final team sheets were. So not sure I'll be of much help in the NBL Supercoach chat, Globes. She has a good role. Maybe a number one ruck has good run coming up. Well, if you think so, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't have cash for anyone good unless Sophie Conway. After going for Davey to Dowrick, Cordner to Priest, Bowers to Rowbottom. Yeah, you've gone all the good ones. You've got all the good players, which is wonderful. Excellent news. Sophie Conway. Let's look her up. I did think of Sophie Conway. I did have a look at her. Again, it's nothing amazing. Just a whole bunch of 60s is regular with, just decent time on ground. So I'm not entirely sold. Plus, she's got Collingwood coming up, and Collingwood have been pretty good, I think, in terms of restricting scores. So I wouldn't be moving heaven and earth to get her in either. This is how I did, Jen. 386. Hey, Jazz, Big J. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I need to make some trades. Obviously, I have a did not play here, a 1 here. So the bench certainly let me down. I didn't realize that the bench contributed to 50% of the scoring. So the bench really let me down. I should probably make that. I don't know. These guys seem to be doing really good. So yeah, team's looking okay, I guess. But I probably have to change him out to someone who is playing. And I might just keep everyone else depending on what is available. Just beat me, got 367. Get around me! I didn't even have a playing player. I still beat you. What's up, Jen?
Joe's pretty good,
mate. I didn't even know the games are on. Mate, did you know that some of these players have already played more than one game?
Yeah, basketball's weird, man.
Well, I don't even know how the things operate. So I don't know. Let's see. Trade a forward in for 80,000. Can I afford anybody? Can I do one? I already own him. Cool. I'll just get this dude in. He's played 2 games. Won't beat me this week. Yeah, all right. I believe you. Somebody's in 1 game, 2 games, 2 games. I don't even know how this works. All right, I'm just going to get him before he goes up in price.
I think they all play like a certain amount of games, but sometimes players might play like 2 games, like Monday, Tuesday, and then have some time off, whatever, something like that.
Can I afford anybody for 100 grand? Flynn Cameron, averaging 28. Sure. Let's just get him. All right, there we go. Hopefully now everyone's playing and we can score better. Who knows? All right, so that's that. As you can see, I got no idea what I'm doing over there. Let's talk some football. Something I'm more familiar with. All right. Geelong losing to Melbourne. We'll go. Unfortunately, DFS Australia has not updated.
Yeah.
So we're start going
trouble.
website by in the fixture here. So Kate Hoare, I am Horeless and I am dying as a result of it. If you guys are fans of the game, what was the name of the game again? Where he's maidenless. It was one of the famous games that came out in recent times. I'm maidenless. I'm Horeless in this case here. I don't have Hoare, and she's killing me every single week. 4 goals, 2 behind, 20 disposals with 5 tackles. It's just disgusting. Time on ground, 100%. Oh boy, she's killing me. Nina Morrison, 101. Very happy I got her. 30 disposals, but it's not as good as the 4 goals. Amy McDonald coming back doing 90. Obviously not as great of a starting pick because she was priced more than the 90 at the start of the year. Paxman, of course, has decided to come good now. Stuff her.
Melbourne had a decent run home, man. Like, last few weeks. Can't believe she was rated over $1 million. Like, bloody hell. But,
I paid up for her.
Last few weeks have been great.
Yeah. Liza West, 84. No one has her. Georgie Prasparkas, only a 68. What the hell is going on?
She's jumped off a cliff, that woman.
Freaking 18 disposals, 7 tackles. It's 90% time on ground. Like, I mean, her team got smashed by a better team, so sort of makes sense. But it's still unfortunate. Who else do people own around here? Freaking, I had an amazing strategy last week. My team would be in a so much better position had I stuck to my trades. But as you guys would have seen on the stream on Thursday, I made a last-minute change, and unfortunately, I feel like visiting the Westgate Bridge and doing a Mad Jack door because
you can't say that.
My team is in a terrible situation right now. I get Gun Chucker, who's anything but a gun. 39, 10 disposals.
If you ever have Gun Chucker in your team, Joe's the one that jinxed her, everybody. It wasn't me. Joe jinxed her, and then that was it. Made me cry.
Yeah, Causa reached out to me saying, wow, that's unlucky. Should have stuck to my guns instead. I decided to be clever, and whenever you try to be clever, you be dumb. So don't be clever, guys. Just stick to your guns. That was really bad. Sarah Lampard, whoever I saved from trading her in, you're welcome. She's no good. And I think that is it for this game.
Yep.
All right. Causa, take us through.
You just called me Causa.
Sorry. Did I call you Causa? I'm reading Causa's comment about she has a high break even.
Come on, Joe.
Sorry, Big J.
It was an interesting game because Bowers was out. And I'm not sure Bowers' win-loss ratio this year. But I don't think it's that great. I don't know if Freo were relying on her too much or something happens. But, yeah, it's a tough one. Dockers came in, ended up getting the win. Very, very scrappy game. 7 behinds to 6 behinds for either team. So, yeah, what can you do? But Monique Conti, very, very up and down. But this game, she was bloody fantastic. Finish on 121, Egan 97, Dempsey 96. First Freo player was an 84. So, kind of says a lot about how they're going this game. Sheeran scored 76. I thought she was pretty hard done by. Stannett, I think, got scaled down like 8 or 9 points, which was crazy. Because I remember her finishing on 75. She was like 12 points at halftime. And I'm like, yeah, finally get an advantage over these Stannett players. No, not going to happen. Nope. I got stuck with gun chunks, and then, Stannett ended up scoring double. So that was fun. Kind of moving down the list. There wasn't really anyone else who's kind of relevant for this game. Hosking, one of the Hosking sisters didn't play. Maybe she'll come back and actually be a decent price. Because I know in this game she like 300k. Yeah, because she got knocked out like straight away, remember? Or got injured. Yeah. So not sure when she's back, but when she does get back, she'll be very, very good.
Yeah, no one else of real relevance here. Yeah, it is what it is. Next game, we got the Blues just getting over the line against the Swans in a tight one over at Icon Park. So you expect the home ground advantage. Just managed to sneak them over the line by 5 behinds. The Blues top scorer was Brian Moody, 98. However, you look
very good.
She looked good. She's doing all right, but she ain't no Ali Morfett. So you want a ruckman or ruckwoman that's giving you crazy good scores? I did mention
she's very,
her in
very
the
good,
stream.
but she's very expensive, Joe.
She's just going up in price because she's just killing it. I mean,
she's jumped
ruckman?
Almost 500k since the start of the year. Like
she's averaging 96.2. Like she's chucking on
beast
24
mode.
extra points every week on Schultz.
Yeah. And it's something to think about as well. If you're someone who's lucky, who hasn't squandered their picks in the back line and grabbed Thomas and like that early. If you were me 2 weeks ago and should have gone Thomas instead of a loophole player and Cordner, you'd be going Schultz to Morfett now, because once kind of the game situates and everyone starts to figure stuff out, the people that have got Davey that can get rid of her are going to go. The people that have got Schultz who can afford to get rid of her, they're all gone as well. It's those kind of difference players. 50, 60 points in Supercoach isn't a huge amount, but in this game, it's everything. So it's the difference between having a Malloy and a Too Good on a field. You know, Schultz versus Morfett. I think Morfett, what did she score? 118. So there's 50 points that she scored more than her this week. So it's bloody fantastic. And if you can, try and get this player in.
Yeah, Laura Gardner, 132. Absolute superstar. Now we've got a Laura Gardner scoring here.
Yeah,
Guess which week I had her as captain? Guess which week I had her as captain?
Yeah.
This one. Of course it was. Of course it was this one where I had her as captain. None of these scores I get. That's just the story of my life, honestly. What a crap season this has been. Laura Gardner's a star. Abby Mackay did all right. The 96, also by 8 tackles, which is very good. Ella Heads, for people who started her, they are very happy because she was quite an inexpensive option, and she hasn't given you any crap scores, really, Ella Heads. She's averaging 64. She's had a 51, but every other score has another 51. But other than that, it's been in the 60s, and now this one 88. So nothing that is gonna.
She's been pretty good.
Yeah, she's been fairly consistent, so you can't be disappointed with Ella Heads. Jessica Good is just good. She ain't too good, so she's just good. With a 70 there. Gab Pound, I traded her out. It was clearly a knee-jerk reaction.
I got rid of Cordner as well.
Probably shouldn't have done that. 64. Erin Fitzpatrick with a 53. I traded her out. Probably again a knee-jerk reaction.
The person who I brought in scored a 27, so that's exciting.
Cordner the 49, not too bad. But yeah, it's been like this week's trades were horrendous for me, unfortunately. Absolutely set me back a long way. But it is what it is. Montana Ham, 25. I was never going to challenge for the top anyway, so it's just solidifying my shitness for this season, unfortunately.
It's a tough one.
That's all that for that game. We come to Doggies, who were bloody accurate. 6 goals straight, and yet still lost the game. 8 goals, 6.
Is it accurate? Like, you kicked 6 goals, but if you kicked 15 goals out on the full, is it really that accurate, Joe?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I didn't see how many out on the falls there were. The scoreboard says you're accurate. So
I think that was always the who's that key forward that's gone to Gold Coast? The one that came from Carlton?
Casbolt.
Yeah, that was always Casbolt's thing. Was like he's got a really good goal to behind ratio, but then his kicks out on the full were almost as good as his goals every game. So kind of doesn't work out that well. Hannah Priest, domination. Ellie Blackburn, domination. If you don't have Hannah Priest, you're in trouble.
I'm an idiot. I had her. I had her.
Joe. She's expensive.
I had her, and then I changed my mind. Oh my god.
Yeah, Blackburn, fantastic game. Pritchard as well. Something to be said about these kind of players who are a little bit older, playing defense in a team that I think hasn't won a game all season. So it's really, really tough. Pritchard 112, Alice Edmonds 109, Lampert 91, Christy Lamb, I think, who was a little bit cheaper at one point in the midfield, my brain's telling me, 91. So fantastic kind of catch cow there. Jesse Wardlaw, who Corey was talking about, 90, did very, very well. Kicked a few goals, kind of was that target for them in the forward line, and obviously hits outs as well. Newton 89, moving down. Patricios was tough. Aurora Smith, I think a few people had as well. And then Tiana Smith as well. So it's a real pain. Ashley Richards is the woman who I got out this week. And, 56 did a lot better than how much did my player got? 16. So, it's a tough one, Joe. Tough life. Not much else to say. Just good old St Kilda. I think next year picking players who, there you go. Where's Jono? Jono. Ella friend. But something to be said, I think, about picking captains on these AFLW teams seem to be kind of someone who stands up in the thick of it. You've got Carney, you've got Priest, you've got Hall. I wouldn't be surprised if Too Good was the captain as well for her team, and then a few of these other ones. So, kind of the standout players.
Yep. Brought in Priest 2 weeks ago. Well done, Jen. Smart girl.
Yeah, when she was cheap.
I brought Swanson in last week to get Garner in this week. Should I do the trade or just keep her? How'd Swanson do? I think Garner you need. I think Garner's too good.
Yeah, at some point you need Jesse Garner. It's just a shame that she, didn't do that great this week. But Swanson's a decent player as well.
Yeah, I'd do the trade. Jen. You look at she's averaging you 93. Meanwhile, Garner is averaging you 126. So I'd do Garner. I'd do it. You set yourself up for it, so you might as well go ahead. My mids are Bowers, Marinoff, Prasparkas, Swanson, and Davey, and Tiana Smith on my bench. Should I offload Bree Davey or hold her? Look, if you're gonna if trading her out and that enables you to get Jesse Garner in, then I say get rid of her.
Yeah, Davey's been an interesting one because the last couple of weeks when she played Brisbane, she obviously wasn't scoring great, but then she came in, got stuck in the forward line, and then this week a similar thing happened as well. So I'm not sure kind of if there's been a little bit of a role change with her, if Collingwood have changed things up and, Bonici's taking a lot more of the ball or Davey's just getting the focus now. But, first week was really good at 131. Everyone jumped on. And then since then, it's been like, pretty average scores or comparable scores, to a lot of the players in the same time. It's a bit of a tricky one. She's the next tier down. She's not top 4 or 5. She's the next tier down.
Yeah. So, if offloading her enables you to get Garner, I'd say go for it. Me missing Aurora Smith is so big over Caitlin Pope. Really, Aurora Smith is literally the only one who's making me feel like there's reason to live. I'm very happy I picked her up. She's given me a 53 and a 76 in back-to-back weeks. So if you listen to me and traded her in, well done. Congratulations. You deserve a massive pat on the back. I wish I listened to myself as much as I tell people to listen to me. So, yes, Aurora Smith has been great. Her and Tiana Smith will hopefully get me my final primo mid.
You might get your final primo mid before I do, the way my team's going.
Yeah, but look at my back line. Smith, 27. Allen, 26. Gunchucker, 39.
What did you score this week?
I scored 1240.
Wow. All right, then.
My team is
Sweet.
ass. And this week, I wasn't even paying attention to I knew. I was so depressed after my trades. I didn't even pay attention to the captaincy and stuff. So yeah, it's been a joke.
What's all this Alice Parker talk? I'm going to go check out this game because everyone's been going heavy on Alice Parker. I'm just like, no. For 70k more, you can get row bottom. Sorry, 700k more, you can get row bottom. Like,
I like it, Causa, I like it. Causa, I like it.
Do you though?
I do. Because he gets Phillips pissed off. He gets Goldsworthy in, who I should have held onto last week. Goldsworthy's good at this game. Goldsworthy's a very good player. Absolutely. I was never a fan of Phillips. Goldsworthy's much better. Look at this. 100, 90. She's a fit 19-year-old forward who even when getting smashed, is still capable of scoring you good scores. So, yes, I like it. And Garner's going to drop in price because Garner gave us a 92 this week, and she's already dropped 136k. So, yes, Corey, you might lose points, I think, this week, given Garner's playing against Freo, who I think she should score really well against. But at the same time, you should be able to get her next week. So
what do we think of Malloy? What's happening to Malloy? If you've got Malloy on your team, are you chucking her in the bin or what's happening?
I did chuck her in the bin last week to Goldsworthy, and I didn't.
Can she bounce back? Because we talked about her foot problem, right? DFS hasn't popped up yet, but
no.
Yeah, we kind of talked about her foot problem and that being a big issue. And then, 2 scores in the 50s? Close enough?
Look, I think I'm going to have to hold her this week. As unfortunate as it is, I think I have to hold her. She's playing against Port. And from what I recall, Port are bad.
Okay. Port are bad, everybody. Joe says so. Watch out.
Where is it? AFL.com, AFLW. Let's look at the ladder. Port are bad. They've won 1 game from 5. So, yeah, Port are bad. And I'm hoping that Malloy can play better against a bad team. So, holding on to her for another week, I think I gotta fix this backline. This backline is just shafting me. Like, what the hell? 27, 80, 26, 58, 39. Like, how do you have 27 plus 26 is 53, 83, 92. 92 players from 3 players. Get out of here.
Corey, are we set on Alice Parker? Do you think she can bounce back for me? I'm considering going Garner, Gunchunks, and T. Smith to Parker, Rowbottom, and then someone in the back line this week. Let us know.
Parker, why? What's happening with Parker? Why is she 139, 102?
Yeah. But then, her scores against Sydney and Melbourne and Adelaide, I think she got injured. But, her scores before then weren't great. So what's kind of made what's given you, the feelings? You're paying $1.2 million for a player who's basically the same price as Rowbottom. What's kind of the feeling? Why?
Can I get her in somehow? How much do I have left? 1.135. So I'm going to have to go fairly budget in the backline as a result.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get Pound back in. Oh, yes, after she's made some money. Let's
get
go.
Back in, Joe. Get Charlotte Thomas back in. That's going to be great. I can join the Charlotte Thomas train and get punished like everyone else.
I mean, how much does Charlotte Thomas cost now?
843.
843.
Pain. Major pain.
292. I can't do it. I can't do it. You can do it. No, I can't.
No, you go Stanit. If you can't, do Stanit instead. She's a good player. There you go.
106. Now
Yeah.
I want Fitzgerald though in my back line is the problem. I think out of everyone in the back line, Fitzgerald's the only one who's decent to go down to. So sorry, Stanit. I need Fitzgerald. And
why Fitzgerald? What's the go with her?
There's no one else in the back line who's worth downgrading to. Is the problem.
Just throw in like some random 300k person and then just ride the wave, yeah?
What happened to Daisy Darcy? Why is she just collapsed for?
Her scoring hasn't been that great, to be honest.
What's happened to her? She was doing so well. All right. How about round points? Who scored a lot on the weekend? Lynch. What's she doing?
Heads and Thomas scored the most.
All right. Heads it is.
Thomas, I think I have to bring in.
All right. So I got to finish midfield.
Charlotte Thomas, we have a love-hate relationship. So bloody Charlotte Thomas.
Now this is ridiculous. Now, so I've got. Now I could do that, or alternatively, I could just simply trade out Smith, trade out Allen and Gunchaka, and get in Priest, Charlotte Thomas, and Fitzgerald, and call that a day. Confirm those trades, close it up, and now I'm still fielding Fitzgerald, still fielding Smith, but she's playing against the Hawks, so she could do well there. And I'm still relying on Smith, the two Smiths together can
next
make
week
a premium
good for you. Yeah, next week turns into a premium, which is painful because I think your team's better than mine at this point.
Nah.
She got a lot of money on the bank, man. Sorry, a lot of money on the bench. I have nothing. Like I'm cat.
Yeah, well, that's sort of what I'm looking at. Bryce, how's it going, mate? Bowers, Nanscorn, and Phillips for Ghana, Varhagen, and Barr. Who is Varhagen?
Novaks from Adelaide.
Who is Varhagen? It doesn't exist. Varnhagen. She's played one game, 55% TOG. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't do it. So you want a mid who is a rookie? Well, in that case,
I brought in Finn.
Could do Ortlip, but she was dropped last week. So if you got to look to see if she's available, what do you do? Sorry,
Finn.
Who's Finn?
Down there, you're Finn.
85% time on ground. I can't tell you where she played because DFS hasn't updated.
Yeah, I think she was the defender.
Oh, okay. So she was playing in defense, so she could have a game playing against the Dogs.
She just didn't didn't get around the ball much or something. Kind of was on field, but headless chook first game in the AFL kind of thing.
Yeah, all right. No Finn. Otherwise, those are good trades, Bryce.
How about Joe? How about Aaron Norton signing for 8 years?
Has he?
Yep. Bulldogs just put it out. Signed till 2032. Like, come on, man. 2032.
Mate, Matt Flynn wants to leave the Giants. It's Briggs season once again next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, that's insane. A massive deal for Aaron. He's not worth that much though.
No.
I wouldn't. He's 23 years old. I get it, but he's not going to play a full career the way he flies at the football, and he's too reliant on his physical physical aerial ability. I wouldn't do it.
They're just too stacked in the position. If you look at the Dogs, they just brought Lob in. They've got English who goes down there. They've got Jamara, and now they've got Norden. Like, it's too much.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it personally. All right. Spoken about this game. We then get to the Eagles just getting over the line by a goal against Port, who I've established already they are no good. Abby Dowrick was their best with 100, the only person to do so. McCarthy, Emma Swanson, 92. Charlotte Thomas, 83. She's done sensational. Should have had her in my team last week, but of course I backtracked like an idiot. Don't listen to me. Actually, listen to me. Do what I say, not what I do, and you'll be fine. Wakfa in the ruck with 14 headouts with 14 disposals. Did all right. Matilda Schultz, she's a good player. 12 disposals, 19 headouts, but she gives away too many silly free kicks is her problem. Really?
I think it's just experience, really. She's still
5 frees against. She lost 15 points. She lost 15 points on that 65. So that would have been an 80 otherwise. You know what I mean?
If that was an 80, you wouldn't be complaining right now. You know?
Absolutely not. So she had an 80-point game, but she just gave up. She just gave away those points, 15 points off a free kick. So hopefully she can sort herself out a bit there. Ella Roberts, 63 in the forward lines. Ewings was a rookie last year, 50 points. Erin Phillips. Why do you guys still own her? I've said right from the day one, she's no good. She's too old.
Week 1, she was good.
No. I told you that you're never going to see this again. I told you in round 1, you're never going to see it again. Get rid of it. So, yeah, Phillips is gone. Caitlin Pope, 32. She's your rookie on the bench. You don't really care about that. And Evie Gooch, we thought she'd be a bit better, being a mature age defender. However, she has been no bueno.
Yeah. It was just dominated by Charlotte Thomas that game. It's probably the reason why I'm considering bringing it back in instead of Stanton, who I'd really love to get, but I'm kind of jumped on the hate train. You know, you spend your half your week complaining about a player. You know, you might as well bring him back into your team.
Yeah. Well done, Jen, for getting rid of her last week. Good stuff.
Good job, Jen.
Dodged that crap. Meanwhile, the Flag Pies, 44, beat us 24.
Yeah, both weeks they both. I guess you can call it both codes they won.
Yes, that's right. Manny Prasparkas, 119, very nice. She's a good player, 30 disposals.
Yeah, bringing in Bonnie Too Good has still worked out for me, which I'm very happy about.
21 disposals,
if you
mate.
click on her scoring, what I brought her in and she scored a 130.
A 120.
Yeah, no.
Too good.
Yeah, I brought her in for the 120.
126 and 105.
The beautiful thing about her is, yes, she plays forward, but she plays a lot of game time. Like 97, 93, 95, 95%. I think it just has something to do with her fitness and being a bit older compared to a lot of the other girls in the team who are around that early 20 mark.
Yep.
She's bloody fantastic.
Steffi Wales in the ruck for us. Did not bad. 16 headouts to go with 14 disposals and 5 tackles. So well done to her. Sarah Rowe was someone I was looking at a couple of weeks ago to get in. 77 is a very good score for her. And I had her behind, so she could have scored more with 20 disposals and 5 tackles. Good stuff for her. Brianna Davies, 69. Britt Benici, 69. Veden Nass. Both had 14 disposals each.
So something's up with that game. I think they were on a bit of a bigger score, and then somehow they've fallen down. But yeah, Davey's a tough one because she was so cheap to start with and did really well. I think you've only made like 100K on it at this point. And you've really got to be careful because she's one that the teams that are pushing higher up, I think Prasparkas is going to be one of them, and Davey's going to be another one. Like if you've got the trades, these are the players you're going to start offloading if you've got some cash there, which Joe has, and I currently do not have.
Yeah, Prasparkas is really good because she's not a baby. She's an experienced campaigner now. She's 23 years old, so she's in the prime of her career.
Her sister's in Geelong, right?
Yes, correct. So she's the Georgia Prasparkas one. So she's also really good and strong in contests. So she's able to, even when she's getting tackled, she still can get points from handballs out. And you can see she loves to handball quite a bit. So, yeah, because she's a contested ball player. Unfortunately, she doesn't get extra points for contested possessions because that's the way fantasy works. But, hey, she's getting points for handballs that other players in her position wouldn't be getting.
I'll drop no contested possession score versus kick it out on the full or kick it to the opposition and still get a score. You know, I mean, I'll take that trade every day of the week.
Yeah, for sure. Causa says Benici was 50 at halftime.
She was doing very, very well.
Yeah. Freddie, how's it going, mate? Will Clary get moved? If so, I'm no longer supporting Melbourne. Bruh, if he comes to the Bombers, support us.
I think he's gone. It just depends on where he's gone to. But yeah, he's chopped, mate. He's where there's smoke, there's fire. I wished it wasn't an Adelaide team. Going to Adelaide, I think is going to be great for him. But yeah, it's going to be a bit sad.
If Clary goes, Harms goes, Jordan goes, Grundy goes.
They'll still be fine.
But I'm just saying, what's happening at Melbourne?
Cleaning house.
I'm saying, what is happening at that club where you've got 5 people already to this point in the trade period? 5 people are already talking about wanting to go. In fact, Jordan has already cemented he's going to go. Harms has said he's going to look elsewhere. Grundy's basically going to Sydney. Like, you've got, and now all this news about Clayton Oliver. Like, he might go to the Crows. You never know, right? But the fact of the matter is, all this talk coming out from Melbourne, what the hell is happening at that club?
Yeah.
Insane.
Not great.
Nan scoring with a 64, very decent scoring from a rookie, 70% game time. Mia Bush with a 46, good for her. On the bench, she's turned her year around. She started off really bad.
She was 300k for a while, and I'm a bit jealous. Like, you've got 500, 600k on the bench at the moment, and I'm stuck with 100, maybe 100k. So it's a big difference.
Fleur Davies is dead. Hunting Goat is dead.
Yeah, Huntington was a bit sad.
It is what it is. And I don't think there's anybody else from these teams.
I don't know if that's a great thing, Freddie.
At least Melksham is staying around.
At least the Bomber Boy gets a player. You know.
Ex-Bomber Boy. I've got a soft spot for Jakey Melksham. Gee, a goalless game. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. It's a tough one. North Melbourne are just very, very good. We're a very, very, very good team. And obviously you've seen it here. As we've said on the show before, dominated by the talls, but then it's the smalls that really get around it as well. So your Ash Riddell, Atlas Parker, bloody fantastic game. But it's tough because she's the best player on that team. And then it really drops off versus North Melbourne that definitely have a few players that are around it. Mia King, Jazzy Garner, worst game of the season. Everything else has been the 120 plus and then the 92. So I'm not sure. Maybe Corey can tell us how much she's going to drop off by because she's my ticket to actually getting a half-decent team at the moment, downgrading her and then bringing in someone else. So hopefully we can get her back with like a Davey upgrade either this week or next week. But, yeah, we'll see what happens there. North Melbourne did North Melbourne things. Nice to get a half-decent score out of Carney and then an average score out of Goldsworthy for those people who don't own her. Tani Evans got really, really shafted this game. Her job role is really weird. Like, she gets marked on players. Obviously, I think she plays a bit more key defender versus intercept defender, which is really, it just doesn't work for her. She'd be like Sicily before Sicily had the back line that could help. Kind of got him shut down there. But, yeah, not a bad game overall.
Yeah.
Smith kind of killed everyone that still has her in the back line. Fleur Davies, the same thing as well. Huntington, they're just really hard to kind of like pinpoint as being these are the players you want.
Yeah. I have Dowrick and Bush next week to use to get Garner back.
Which is the fantastic position you're in because I just don't have Cats on the bench. Yeah. Like, I need all my bench players to do well next week to have anything. So, it's a bit of a struggle.
Very, very nice.
But that's
Next
why Causa
game.
top 40. So
Yeah, exactly. You listen to Causa, mate.
should have got him on the
Lions.
show.
Oh yeah, Lions get the job done by 27 points against the Hawkers. Some good scores from this game. Ali Anderson with a 119, not really relevant. 30 disposals, 3 behinds. This could have been monstrous.
Sorry, Alex, you're not really relevant. Sorry, mate.
Isabel Dawes, again, no one cares. Emily Bates, Dakota. Like, no one has any of these players. Like, dead set. Like,
I think Luke was relevant for about
Tamara Luke, yeah.
Posway people used to have her, but
Posway a long time ago, yeah. But really, none of these players are relevant, so I'm not even going to bother talking about them. Love you, girls. Just not for today's stream. We go to Adelaide smashing the Suns. This one, a lot more relevant because a lot of people got Charlie Rowbottom. A lot of people got
more
Hatchard.
relevant. I think it was more relevant because Marinoff didn't do that well. She was kind of the auto lock from last week, being scoring a 170 or some bonkers number, to now kind of come out and then only score a 91. It really shoved people like yourself, like me too, who had these uber primo scores and then just didn't have anything. So yeah, it's really, really tough.
It was a weird week for a lot of the premiums. I mean, Charlie Rowbottom bounced back because I think Charlie Rowbottom last week didn't have the best. Yeah, 106. And she scored 81 the week before, so she bounced back this week. And Hatchard is just, I really dislike this woman now because it's
an interesting one. It's an interesting one because I feel like I can get really suckered into offloading a Garner or a Marinoff this week, and then next week they come out with a 130, and like I'm just stuck. But yeah, it's a tough one, Joe. I
had her for these two. Traded her out, bang, bang, bang. So
yeah, there you go.
Stuff you, Hatchard. Whitford's had a good season. Come from the clouds. Marinoff with a weird, bizarre 13 tackle game, 85% time on ground, and yet only scored the 91. How many free kicks did she give away? 4. There you go. She lost 12 points. Still lower than her usual output. Yeah. Chelsea Bedell 75, not too bad. Lucy Single 65, not too bad. 11 tackles. I think she might have been given a tagging role this week, which probably was the reason why she only had the pill 8 times, which is I think low compared to her usual. Yeah, she normally has like 22, 18, 19. For her to only have 8, that's a bad game for her. Branca Tisano, of course, Tisano starts to pull out 60s when I drop her. Anyone else? Chelsea Randell, to think she was over $1 million at the start of the year. That's a yikes.
Yep. People who started her was a bit of a pain.
Oh, yeah. Daisy Darcy was a yikes. 9 disposals, 2 marks, 4 tackles. Really a very disappointing output from her. But then again, her team did smash the Suns. So but she's a Suns defender. You would expect her to get a lot of supply. So this is a very bad sign, unfortunately. And if you're able to upgrade her to someone like a Priest, perhaps, then might be worth it because she's had some bad games, Daisy Darcy, in these last few weeks. I mean, sort of dropping in price now, I feel.
Yeah.
She's only had a 58 and a 44. So her last 2 games have just been getting worse. I don't know. That's really sad.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think just as Gold Coast kind of gets smashed every so often, I mean, Neve McLaughlin is the one who I have in my team. And went from scoring 50s and 40s to a 24. So really, really killed her cash gen. If you get beat by this much by such a dominant team, that there's not much you can really do.
Yeah. Cool. And that's it for all the games.
Yeah. Might do my teams this week.
These are my trades that I'm going to do, as you guys can see. I've already shown you trades. Smith, Allen, Gun Chucker out. More like shit chucker, not gun chucker. Priest,
Can't
Thomas.
wait for the 90 this week just to spite us, Joe.
She's going to do it. She's actually going to do it. All three of them are going to score big, just to be like Joe. We're going to just keep adding insult to into your wounds. So stuff it. Those are my trades. And the gods can smite me.
I might put up my trades at the moment. So this is my team. Scored 14-10. So it wasn't great. Went down. I mean, it was better than Joe. So, I mean, that's something. But went down.
Worse than me.
Went down 12 spots. So we're not happy about that. I did bank 400K, which is great. But the one-to-one trade I wanted to do this week, I can't do anymore, which really stinks because Tiana Smith went down and Rowbottom somehow didn't lose enough money. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So really considering at the moment, I'm not quite sure what's happening with my trades. I've got basically 2 days to make a decision. So biggest problem with the team at the moment is no cash in. Like there's just nothing. So what I'm aiming to do is Garner out, speaking with Corey, potentially Gunchunks out, and the Tiana Smith out. And then do like a Rowbottom in. And who did I have before? I think I had Parker in. Where's Parker? Had Parker in. And then I went for the lady that spited me every single game. Has been Charlotte Thomas. I was considering Stanit because she's very good and she's cheaper than Thomas this week. So maybe someone in the chat can let me know. Stanit 68 versus... How much money do I have left? 105. So that might be the decider there. Just the amount of money that it leaves me. But yeah, that's kind of looking like what happened there? Joe, what happened there? It doesn't like it.
I have no idea what you've done, mate.
Yeah.
So you're doing Garner to Rowbottom, Gunchaka to Parker, and
it worked Smith before.
Thomas. Very nice.
All right. Garner, Gunchaka, Smith.
Yeah. Type in Parker.
No, I'll do it this way. Yeah, 1.32.
Scored 14.51 last week, but still didn't move. Rank from 22 overall. Corey, you're still in it, mate. Up to your eyeballs. Hopefully, you can get it over
so
the mark.
That's looking like that's what the team's going to be at the moment. So I have some money to play around with in Gardner, but I'm not sure if I'll offload it. I really need these bench people to stop being crap because that'd be fantastic. But yeah, worst player on the team is now Malloy and Schultz. So, and probably Davey, who, depending on how things go, could offload someone and then upgrade across the board. So yeah, just an idea. I'd love to go offload. Like, I need McLaughlin to have a good week. Offload her at like 450K, 430K alongside Davey and pick up maybe a Conti or pick up someone else and then offload that position. Because I think Prasparkas can do stuff. Her scoring hasn't been as bad. I mean, it's been pretty dreadful, but hasn't been as bad versus like a Bree Davies just kind of fallen off the cliff. Like she's had one more game and then blow. So yeah, just my trades.
Right. Jen, I've gone Swanson, Darcy, Fitzpatrick to Garner, Casey, and Lynch.
Nice.
Garner, Casey. Who's Casey? Casey. Oh, yes, the defender rookie. Yep, for Collingwood. That's right. That was our suggestion. And Lynch. Is this
if
Eddie
you
Lynch?
think there's someone better, if you guys think there's someone better on my team that I should go for, let me know as well.
So you're getting rid of Darcy for Lynch. She had 3 tackles, 1 tackle, 4 tackles. I don't know about Lynch. Is there anyone else in that 700K rank rating?
What position?
In the back line.
Okay, let's have a quick look before we head off. I think Heads is worth a shout.
Yeah, if you can afford it.
Yeah.
If you can afford Heads, should be it. But I reckon Darcy is probably safer for you than... I think Darcy's safer than Lynch. Jen?
Potentially. Something to think about over the next couple of days.
Parker has Suns, Eagles, Port, Saints, and Carlton to come. She'll probably be my last one. I'll probably get her next week if I can afford her. Hopefully, I can afford her next week. I got money on the bench. Get her in, and just keep fielding Fitzgerald at D5. D5's been cursed for me this year. Might as well just leave it first for the rest of the year.
That's why I got Charlotte Thomas in, because I'm sick of it.
Yeah, cool. Alrighty, guys. With that, thank you so much for tuning in and watching with us on this fine Wednesday evening, I should say. Enjoy.
I was just thinking we might put out some trade videos as well, considering like trade period opens up on Friday. So it's only free agency, but there is a few people and stuff to talk about. So maybe we'll put out some videos for that.
Yeah, let us know if you want to see some footy news content in relation to what's happening in the off season, this trade period. Maybe some shorts, perhaps, just talking about, hey, this person wants to go out, wants to go here, wants to come here. Cause team sheets tomorrow. Let's go for AFLW. Yes, the team sheets are tomorrow as well. That's exactly right, Corey. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you subscribe, like the stream, and we'll see you in the next one.
Catch you guys.
Bye.